a little over a year ago. We needed some help, and the department relinquished her to our division to come in and be the glue for the programs that we've done. And so we really appreciate her being a part of the team, finding her place on the team, and just making us all better. And so we just want to honor you today, Margo, and just say we appreciate you.
You can tell this was well rehearsed. Well, Margo, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Cynthia touched on when she joined Workforce, she began doing something we call the dashboard, and I'm watching her kind of shake over there. I'm happy to tell you the only dashboard she'll be looking at from now will be the one in her car. So I think that's probably very welcome. There's a couple things I'd like to share with you about Margo. Aside from the fact that it was fun to chat with her, she always had a good ear. I talked probably more than she would have liked, but I've never met a more winning person in my life. Every week, Margo would be running up, I won this gift certificate. I won this gift card. I'm like, really? A month ago, she comes out of the elevator, she's pulling 2 wagons, and look at all the stuff I just won. I said, before you leave, just share some of that. I don't want a damn thing in my life, but she's winning something. And I remember one moment she said, I've got this fruit tree in my backyard, grapefruit. Would you like some? And when anybody said that to me in the past, you'd get a grapefruit on your table. I come in, I needed a fork truck. There's enough grapefruit to last a lifetime, so she's very generous and very kind. The one thing that we have in common is movies, right? She's a movie nut. If anybody knows her, she's either coming from one, going to one, reviewing one, has an opinion on one. And we started talking movies one day, and it was probably 2-3 years ago this time of year. And I said, well, maybe I'll be as bold to recommend a movie. And sometimes I'm afraid to do that because it may not be exactly what somebody likes. And I recommended a favorite Christmas movie of mine that had quirky British movie, had people like Colin Firth, Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Emma Thompson, Rowan Atkinson, Liam Neeson, and by the time I'm getting ready to tell her the name of it, my mind is having this 2-hour movie flash through my head. And I'm like, oh my God, there's all these inappropriate scenes in that. I can't be recommending this to Margo. And I don't know what made me do it anyway, but I think because my first one was such a crappy recommendation, I started off where I needed to, and every other recommendation from then on. We've had some good ones and some good chats on movies. Just somebody who's had a really positive experience. I don't think when I've met somebody who comes to work that doesn't have a frown on her face, got a smile, leaves every day with a smile, it's infectious. It certainly has been for me. So just a heartfelt thank you, and go have some fun. And I can see that in you. Just, I don't think I've seen a smile like that. It must hurt, which is a good thing. But I guess my next order is to invite you up. There has been something that I think you know is up here with what we've been doing, but we'd like to give you something. So please come up, and on behalf of, I guess, the group here, thank you for everything. 26 years, your friendship, your fun, and wow. Go on to your next chapter of life and have a good time.
Used to your new car.
26 years.
There you go. We'll change the order up. We got her up here. She doesn't have to, so it's your turn. The mic's all yours.
Where's the notes?
Tell us something about, yes, and no. Tell us something about you that we don't know.
Well, I can't even begin to tell you that. There's a lot. I can't believe this. A heartfelt thank you to our staff who, I'll probably miss somebody, but Kimberly, Susan, Todd, Melissa, who am I missing? I don't know who else. Michelle, is there any? Isis. Lasetta, I mean, they could be professional, event planners. I mean, they always do such an amazing job, and just when you think it's the best you've ever seen, they top it. And it's just like, gosh, you can't wait for the next event. Would somebody please retire, or have a baby, or get married, or something, so we can celebrate. But I really enjoyed working at the city. It is probably one of the best organizations. It really is the best run city in the world, and just meeting and having the friendship. It is a family, and just all of you mean so much to me. You've all had a part in my life, and I just can't express enough just what a great experience. And I have to tell you, the city's retirement plan is amazing. It is amazing. I talk to other people in the private sector, and they don't have retirement. They have to put away money themselves in a 401, and maybe their company matches a little bit, or maybe they don't, which, they have nothing. And, it's nice to work for a city that cares about their employees, and the health benefits, it's just, you don't realize it until you retire, and then you go, what? I have that much in retirement? Are you kidding? And nationwide, I encourage you young people to put away as much as you can. Forget about any raises, forget about, longevity. You didn't have it before, you lived without it, just plunk it in nationwide, and you will be amazed, at what a difference it can make. So, that's my words of wisdom. Also, of course, they froze our sick leave and vacation, but we know they're gonna have to pay it eventually. But, it's important to save that. You never know, and I feel blessed that, I had the time when I needed it. When my husband was ill, and I'm just grateful for that I got to spend those last 3 months with him and be paid for it. So, it does pay to save it and not just call in with a hangnail. But, I just feel blessed to have worked here. My court administrator and assistant administrator, and Mickey, from court, you just meet so many people and personnel. Kathy Bird and I have become great friends, and they do a luncheon every month, and you meet such great people, and they have Bible studies. But it's truly, there's not a lot of government entities that would allow that. I know in the county, the person told me they had to walk across the street to open their Bible. They couldn't do it on the property. So, there's just so many blessings. I just feel so blessed, and I'm looking forward to the next adventures and chapters. I've been on 10 cruises. I'm a cruiser. I love cruising. It's the best way to travel, in my opinion. And it's like this, and a feast times 20. Spending time with my family. My 2 daughters, Deanne and Renee, and my grandson Skylar and granddaughter Kaylee, and my son-in-law Jeff, and my adopted sister Sylvia is my best friend. You've heard me talk about her. I know I was tailoring and bridal, Danessa Creations. I'll put in a plug for you. And we've known each other 30 years. So. But I just count my blessings. I hope to stay in touch with a lot of you. I know we've shared emails already and phone, cell phone numbers, and I just feel so blessed, so grateful. And God is good. Every day is a blessing. It really is. And in my heart of hearts, that's who I work for. That's who I work for. And I have supervisors. I have other people in my life, but that's who I work for and plan to do after I retire. I plan to do some community work and volunteer at the church and just be a part of giving back because I've been so richly blessed. And I thank every one of you for being here and everything you've contributed. I'm just blown away. I can't wait to get to the dessert table. I'm not waiting for that. So you won't see me divulge, but I just thank every one of you for the part you played in my life.
years ago. But don't we look good? So at that time, Margo came out of banking, and the court was in its infancy, and we were in this rundown little building called the 4th Avenue building. And that's where we had Margo come, and there was so much to do. We had so many challenges to bring the court to where it is today. And Margo has a can-do attitude, which you probably all know. And, you know, how can you not love her and see what she can accomplish when you give her the reins to do it? And so the more that she said she wanted to do, the more we gave it to her. And so, I mean, she really had made a lot of accomplishments at the court, and we couldn't have ever gone as much as we did at the court without you, Margo. So let me tell you the good stuff about Margo. When I said she has a can-do attitude, she is the most person who, you know, she won't take no for an answer. She just will say, come on, gotta do this. Well, her and Donna, they went walking on hot coals one night, and I didn't go with them. And so I'm trying to find out where in the heck they are, because it's like 11 o'clock at night and they're still not home. And I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna have to call the police and get a welfare check on them. Because what if this was some sort of a scam, or they got burnt on those hot coals?
We're laying in the emergency room.
So when I say, you know, she doesn't take no for an answer, well, she talked me into bungee jumping out of a hot air balloon. So we did that, right, Margo? So
And we won't do that again.
I will not do that.
Let's have a video.
We do have a video. When I showed my son, he threw up. So I'm just sort of going on, but sincerely, we've been together for a lot of years, Margo, and it's not just our work friendship, it is our personal friendship. And thank you so much for everything that you've done for me personally and for the city of Phoenix. Really appreciate it. And she loves to shop, if you guys don't know.
You don't get to sit down. Well, it's a pleasure to be here at Margo's retirement party, and like Diane, I recommend retirement highly. It's fabulous, and it's fabulous having been a City of Phoenix employee. But I remember the day when we made the decision to hire you, and it was probably one of the best decisions we ever made. One of my first memories of Margo was at a Christmas party. I don't remember what month you started.
2009.
But what month?
Or no, what month? September of 1991.
All right, so the Christmas party of 1991, we had some people performing at our party and doing various things, a song or something like that. Well, Margo was dancing at the time professionally, and I don't know how professionally, but she sure looked like it. And she went and changed, and she put on this beautiful dress with a big, swirling skirt. And the guy she was dancing with was super handsome, tall and dark. And the two of them went, and here she is, a brand new court employee, and she goes out on the floor and just knocks him dead. I mean, Dancing with the Stars, you were definitely right there, exactly. So I was just incredibly impressed with her chutzpah. I thought that was fabulous. We did walk on hot coals one night. And I will say Margo was a big part of talking me into it, because I never would have done it if it hadn't.
If you only knew Donna.
But it was part of an inspirational thing. I mean, it was not just this weird thing we did. It was to prove that, yeah, I guess it was. But to prove that you could convince yourself that they didn't feel like hot coals. You were mind over matter type thing. So. We definitely had fun that night. I will say that as Margo's immediate supervisor for many years, I just always valued your input, Margo. The fact that when she had a problem, when she came to discuss it, she generally had thought it through very, very thoroughly and had lots of possible solutions, and we picked the best one, and really had a good successful team over the years doing that. So I also had down here one of the things that Diana mentioned, but and I'm sure there are many more, that because we did work together for a lot of years, but good luck, and I know we'll see each other and do some fun things together in the future too. So.
Fun. Tearing away.
There you go. There you
And
go.
to the lady in red over there, I used to call her EA, you know, my excellent assistant, and everybody needs an assistant. Thank you.
Thank you.